Yo, what's up? So I just recorded a video, which is probably the one that's down below this one, which I just recorded, and I had this other thought, and so I wanted to jump on again, and it has nothing to do with the other video. But no, I was just thinking about, I was driving away from work and kind of had a tough day, and I was thinking about years ago, like when I was in like middle school, high school, in college for sure, and then also when I was in graduate school, when I was a music student in graduate school. I just remember, I have this memory of my whole life growing up of having a really difficult time getting through a whole day, like whether it was just like in middle school, just getting through a whole school day without feeling exhausted, you know what I mean? And as I got kind of higher up in age and into high school and then into college, sort of the pressure and stress of life, you know, became bigger than it was, you know, in elementary school and middle school. And some of that I think had to do with kind of like attention issues and ADHD kind of issues with me. But I just remember like stopping in the middle of my day sometimes and realizing that that I couldn't go on any longer, if that made sense. So like, in other words, I would just be like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed right now. I need to like go home and take a nap kind of thing. And that doesn't happen for me anymore. I get into recovery about 10 years ago. I start living, you know, eating healthy, praying and meditating, doing the 12 steps. And I'm able to kind of like go through my day now. And no matter how difficult, and I may not be happy about some of the things that are going on, and I might feel really stressed out, but I'm able to kind of put like one foot in front of the other and get through my day to the point where like at the end of the day, I'm like, wow, I did really good today. I did the very best I could to kind of manage the stress and the things that came up. And it to me, that's success, you know, like, so I started to realize years ago that like success was not like the car that I drove and the amount of money that I had, but it was the ability I had to kind of get through the day and meet the challenges that were in front of me without giving up. And I always used to kind of like sort of make it through the day, but then I would like shut down. Like years ago in other jobs that I had, it would be like I'd make it till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then I was just kind of like looking at the wall, staring at the clock for the rest of the day. And that just doesn't happen, you know. I feel uncomfortable, I know it's there, and I just kind of do the next right thing, and I get through my day, and it just really feels good. And I think that has a lot to do with first, you know, recognizing in my life that how I would, whenever anything, you know, so just being honest with myself over the years in recovery, of like, one of my biggest character defects is my aversion to feeling uncomfortable. And, you know, so I've started to see that, and I started to see like how I kind of like shut down whenever I feel uncomfortable. And over the last 10 years, I've been able to kind of walk through all that stuff. And the more that I do that, it seems like the more of a threshold I have for discomfort. And it's really amazing. And so I'm really grateful to be in recovery. I'm really grateful to be able to cultivate mindful practice in my life, because that kind of stretches my ability to sit with discomfort. When I meditate regularly, it helps me practice present moment awareness, which helps me sort of cope with discomfort when it comes up during the day. And I just feel, you know, like something that years ago would have completely derailed me is not a big deal for me now, you know what I mean? So it's just really great, and I just want to jump on and share that with everybody. And you know, I think it's really great to like stretch the limits of one's ability to manage discomfort, because I think we're in a world where we spend a lot of time thinking, if I just arranged everything on the outside, I would be okay inside, rather than just sort of like having the you know, stretching, like I said, the ability to kind of like manage the internal experience and doing the next right thing, and that, you know, what's going on the outside doesn't matter when I do that, because I can have inner peace around the situation. So anyway, hope you got some value out of that, and we will talk soon.